Host Nick Toka. On today's show, Bitcoin Prime for a massive rally to a six-digit figure, according to CryptoAnalyst. But there's a catch, they say. Also, one of Bitcoin's most reliable buy signals just flashed. We're going to go through some Bitcoin technical analysis, all this, and so much more on today's show. Welcome, folks, to Crypto News Global. I'm your host, Nick Toka, and Bitcoin is going sideways for a second day here. I'm expecting a big move one way or the other in the next few days. Most likely, we'll see what happens. We've got some good stories for you, but right now, let's get into the market watch and Bitcoin technical analysis. The BITI is sitting sideways up 0.13% to 87,459. Ethereum down 0.5%, $2,013. Solana up 0.17%, $138. Doge down 1.5% to 19 cents. XRP down 1.25%, $2.33. Going into our crypto bubbles, we've got about a 50-50 mix today. Sui up 4%, Bera 10%. Wall, which is Walrus, up. Looks like a new coin, 23%. Kronos up 13%. Zooming out to the weekly, wowzers, 95% in the green for the week. Kronos up 45% for the week. Form up 30%. CRV, Curve Dow, 35%. Bera up 40%. Zooming out to the monthly, we're probably going to see a little more green than we have been seeing recently. And yeah, it's getting on to about a 60-40 red to green currently, with Kronos up 50%, Bera up 25%, Pi, the big loser, down 50%. Last month, they were pumping. Injective for the month down 25% also, and there's the Trump coin down 15% for the month. Let's check out our Bitcoin and crypto market cap. We have the BITI at $1.734 trillion, Ethereum $243 billion, XRP $136 billion, Solana $71 billion, Doge $28.5 billion, Cardano $26 billion, and Tron to wrap up the top 10, $22 billion. The total crypto market cap right now is $2.81 trillion, with Bitcoin getting close to that 62% again, 61.76% of the total dominance. Ethereum 8.6%, XRP 4.85%. Currently, we're sitting at a 44 in neutral on our Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Yesterday was a 40, last week was a 31. There are approximately 1,112 days left until the next Bitcoin halving in 2028, and there are 160,260 blocks left to mine until that time. Total assets by market cap, we've got gold up 0.25% today, 20 trillion, 600 billion market cap. Apple 3.3 trillion, Microsoft 2.9 trillion, Nvidia 2.7 trillion, Amazon 2.1, silver 1.9, Google 1.9, Bitcoin number 8, 1.729 trillion as noted. Saudi Aramco 1.726 trillion, and Facebook at 1.526 trillion. And you can currently get 1,147 satoshis for one fiat US dollar, and the US debt clock keeps on ticking. Current U.S. national debt, $36 trillion, $651 billion. that equals to 107,182 per U.S. citizen and 323,048 per U.S. taxpayer. So it's just insane. As we've said before, they have to keep this debt rolling because they can't exactly come back and tell all the citizens that they owe 323,000 per taxpayer. Imagine how fast all the illegal immigration will disappear if they say, okay, oh great, thanks for coming, you're a citizen and you owe 107,000, please pay up, right? So they can't exactly ask for money from anybody. They put themselves into this mess by overspending, not following their budgets, printing money excessively. And there's going to be no end to this. The money will continue to get debased because they'll keep printing more money. And of course, them printing more money is a good thing for the biddy. So hang on to your biddies, friends. Never sell your Bitcoin. Number one rule in Bitcoin: never sell your Bitcoin. Bitcoin is primed for a massive rally to a six-figure price. Why would you sell it? According to an analyst, but there is a catch, and let's see what the catch is. A widely followed crypto analyst says Bitcoin appears to be primed to skyrocket to a six-figure price tag, but warns investors that it may go through a correction first. This is normal. In a new thread, anonymous crypto trader Immoral tells his 230,000 followers on the social media platform X that the Crypto King will make a pit stop around $85,000 level before shooting up to $100,000. Yeah, pit stop at 85 is not, we're at 87. It's not, it's just a regular 2% correction. This is normal, up and down every day. There's 1 or 2%, folks. The trader's chart indicates that the top crypto asset by market cap will once again cross into the six-figure territory sometime in May. We've been talking about this. I actually am thinking faster than that. According to Immortal, the 90,000 level is where the flagship digital asset will be tested. However, before it can cross that barrier, its monthly open or the price it opened up the month with, it needs to be retested. BTC is trading for 87,000 at the time of writing, a fractional increase during the last 24 hours. On March 1st, BTC opened with a price of 84,373. Moving on to smart contract platform Solana. Immortal says the Ethereum rival is primed to bounce back from its recent dip of over 60%, as it did in 2021 before it sparked a massive rally. In 2021, Solana did a 67% correction right before the 1,200 positive increase. Just a reminder, the current 61% dip is not a game over. Solana is trading at $134 at the time of writing, a decrease of 1.2% for the day. So yeah, Solana was up 1,200% last halving cycle. In 2021, so interesting. Imagine Solana up 1,200% this cycle. Boy, price would be through the roof. Hey, it'd be, I don't even know what that equals to. 100. Let's do the math here. Currently at 130 something. Yeah, 134 times 1,200, 160,000. More than the biddy? Yeah, I don't know about that. So we'll see what happens with Solana. I expect that the smaller coins will end up, in terms of gains, probably percentage-wise, will have a greater percentage gain than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a little more... I've said it before. If Bitcoin goes up 1%, Solana XRP are going to go up 2%. Doge is going to go up 4%. The shit coins, the real shit coins, are going to go up 8%, and it goes the same in reverse, right? So Bitcoin's a little more stable, but with that, you have your money in something stable, right? There's a positive to that. If Bitcoin goes up 60, 80, 120%, let's say, could you be unhappy with that? No, I wouldn't be unhappy with that. Would you kick yourself and say, Solana went up 1,000%. Shit, I should have been in Solana. Maybe, but can you complain with 100 and whatever percent gains? Probably not, right? I also always say that, keep your money in the stable coins. Not when I say stable coins, I don't mean the USDT stable coins. I don't mean the USDC. I mean the coins that are stable, like the Bitcoin, Solana, and XRP. The big three, I call them. Then beyond that, take 5% and put it in some shit coins. Put it in some really high risk things that might go up, 1,000, 2,000, 20,000%, like you sometimes see. And if you lose your 5%, well, not a game changer. If you lose your 95%, oh boy, are there problems, right? So easy with the shit coinery out there, folks. Because the Bitcoin is the place to be, and one of Bitcoin's most reliable buy signals just flashed. The hash ribbon indicator, an on-chain metric designed to identify periods of minor capitulation and subsequent recovery, has just issued a bullish signal for Bitcoin. Several well-known figures within the BTC community highlighted the event through posts on X, suggesting that the signal could mark a turning point in the market. The ultimate Bitcoin buy signal, first introduced by on-chain analyst Charles Edwards. The hash ribbon relies on two moving averages, commonly the 30-day and 60-day averages of Bitcoin hash rate, to determine when mining difficulty and hash power may have capitulated and begun to recover. Traditionally, a buy signal is triggered once a 30-day moving average crosses decisively above the 60-day moving average, indicating that any period of miner-driven distress may be over. According to historical data, major buy signals have frequently appeared after sharp market downturns, sometimes coinciding with cycle bottoms. Although the indicator is not infallible, it has correctly identified several previous lows in Bitcoin's history, most notably in 2011, 2012, during the depths of 2014, 2015 bear market, around the 3K bottom of late 2018, early 2019, and near the 29,000 region in mid-2021. Shortly after the latest crossover was triggered, popular commentator at Bitcoin Archive posted, "Bitcoin hash ribbon flashes buy signal." This is one of the most reliable buy indicators. Significant price gains have followed. 7 out of the last 7 times this indicator has triggered, 100% of the time, folks. Edwards, the creator of the hash ribbon, retweeted this post, a move that many interpreted as an endorsement of the analysis. Adding to the discussion, a user noted, signal flashed only 20 times in Bitcoin history. 17 out of 20 times, the most recent local low was never violated, and on a closing basis. We can sweep the lows or even wick below, but 85% of the time, the low's in and it's up only from here. Meanwhile, Jamie Coots, chief analyst at Real Vision, stressed the importance of monitoring multiple on-chain metrics even as the hash ribbon flashes bullish. The widely watched Bitcoin hash ribbon signal just fired. While on-chain activity remains sluggish, the metrics with the strongest historical correlation to future price performance are flashing green. Notably, many on-chain signals haven't reached the levels of previous cycles, even when the Bitcoin price hit almost 110,000 in mid-January. Also, traditional technical signals haven't reached peaks of the past. That's what I'm talking about. Tony Savarino, a chartered market technician and head of research at News BTC, has recently shifted from a bullish to a bearish stance on Bitcoin. Savarino, who is also the founder of CoinChartist.io, argues that Bitcoin's price action on and on-chain metrics no longer support the bullish narratives common in past cycles. The idea that Bitcoin has to reach past extremes on indicators is a dangerous way of thinking. Higher highs in price and lower highs on an oscillator is a bearish signal, Saifedean stated recently. Saifedean warns against expecting Bitcoin to replicate its historical pattern of pushing certain momentum indicators to extreme levels. Instead, he notes that divergences where price climbs to new highs but technical indicators fail to confirm those highs can signal market exhaustion. The tools I use are bearish, period, he remarked via X. Yeah, so couple differing opinions in this article. I'm more for the top, the Charles Edwards hash ribbon. Seems like a winner to me. But, you know, these guys are supposed to be the experts. That's the problem with the experts, folks. Nobody takes credit for anything. If they fail, they never, ever own up to it. If they win 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20 times, they're going to talk about it forever. It's the same with the big banks. It's the same with all these analysts. They can't frickin' get it right. And then when they do get it right, they exclaim to the world with the largest megaphone ever created how wonderful they are and how brilliant they are. And yes, I got it right, and I got it right. And they'll go back to how they got it right for years, for a decade. They'll be talking about how they got it right in, 2015 and this shit. So the experts ain't no experts in my estimation. Do your own research. Look at historical charts, because the Bitcoin is certainly different than the traditional financial markets. There's a scarcity aspect where nothing else in terms of financial products are this scarce. So, for example, even a stock, a company can say, oh, we're going to issue another, let's say there's a million stocks, shares outstanding, and they say, oh, we're going to issue another million shares to raise more money for blah, 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 right? So they can do that at any time. You can't do that with Bitcoin. The scarcity thing is huge. So I lean on that quite a bit. I lean on the historical halving cycles. So these are the metrics I'm mostly going by. There's lots of cash everywhere, folks. There's $900 trillion in assets around the world. So get some for yourself. Remember, money is abundant and money is everywhere. It's time that's scarce. So spend your time wisely. Spend less money than what you earn. And if you suddenly make more money, save more money. Don't spend more money, and start saving today. Start saving in your teens. Start saving in your 20s. And ideally, you can retire in your 40 or 45. If you have a great idea, start that idea today. Even if you're not ready, start today, and things will come together for you. If you found the stream enjoyable, please share, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you on the next stream. Folks, thanks so much for joining.